A sex scandal like none before seduced Pakistan in 1970. Mustafa Zaidi was a 40-year-old gifted poet and an influential ex-civil servant. On a hot October morning, he was found dead at his residence in upscale Karachi. In another room, Shehnaz Gul, a devastatingly attractive socialite in her mid-20s, lay unconscious. The two were married, but not to each other. Was it suicide or murder by poison? In the days and weeks that followed, Pakistan was hooked to this love affair and its every lurid detail. Some factual, many fictional.
फनकार खुद न थी, मेरे फ़न की शरीक थी। वो रूह के सफ़र में बदन की शरीक थी। उतरा था जिस पे बाबे हया का वर्क बिस्तर के एक एक शिकन की शरीक थी।
Newspapers devoted reams to the coverage of this story for months. A gossip-hungry public lapped it all up.
People are always kind of interested in scandal and gossip. At one hand, you have this element of the bureaucracy who's supposed to be upstanding and no one can ever criticize them. And on the other hand, you have high society, which again is impenetrable, right? No one really knows anything about them.
The scandal had all the ingredients of a masala blockbuster. High Society Lives, a well-known poet, a relatively unknown socialite who was the prime accused in his murder case. Mustafa Zaidi and Shehnaz Gul's story hooked the public.
मैं एक एतबार से आतिश परस्त था, वो सारे ज़ावियों से शमन की शरीक थी। वो नाज़िश सितारा और तन्नाज़ महताब, गर्दिश के वक्त मेरे गहन की शरीक थी।
It didn't matter that less than 2 months after Mustafa Zaidi was found dead, East Pakistan saw its most devastating cyclone ever. Cyclone Bola that took an estimated 300,000 lives.
What's really startling, of course, is that you have these front pages which have photos of, people who were absolutely destitute or just sort of photos of corpses and the landscape. And then just as big a photo of Shehnaz, which is almost as if both these events are of equal importance.
A year later too, when East Pakistan broke away from West Pakistan and Bangladesh was born, Shehnaz Gul and her trial still dominated the headlines.
The whole thing is very jarring, is that the country is literally breaking up, and not only is there kind of this delusional sort of, or conspiracy-laden narrative, but also that the press is still covering this case as if, nothing else is really happening of any importance.
Months after Shehnaz Gul was tried by the court and the media, the court verdict went in her favor. The people's verdict, not so much. Her husband Salim Khan stood by her through it all. Her story and its many imagined details that occupied public memory still find resonance today. But their love story and its unexpected twist blew the lid off Pakistan's upper crust that was superficially modern but conservative at its core.
From a scandal that still draws attention to a viral video that gave a singer an unexpected break. Our next story on Eyewitness is about finding hidden talent with a chance discovery and the power of social media.
When a bus conductor asked Raju to sing a song for him mid-journey, the 32-year-old man didn't know that he would soon be offered to perform on TV shows. This was the moment that changed his life.
Rama Rama Raghurama ani paadutunna Hanuma.
Raju lives in the sleepy little village of Gamsmiguda, 40 kilometers away from Hyderabad. And even though his village is a stone's throw away from the Shamshabad airport,
the person who's actually taking off is Raju from this village. In the last few days, he's become an internet sensation.
Raju was born blind and lives with his mother, sister and brother-in-law who take care of him. He started singing early on as a child.
ఆయన గోడ మీద కూర్చుంటే టేప్ రికార్డులో పెట్టేది మంది ఎవరివన్నా ఆ టేప్ రికార్డులు పెడితే వాటిలల్లా ఇన్ని ఉండు అది మ్యూజిక్ ఎట్లా ఇది ఎట్లా వస్తుంది ఇది ఎట్లా వస్తుంది అని అన్నీ విని ఇక పాడుకుంటూ వచ్చిండు.
Even now, all Raju needs is an empty can and a 1 rupee coin to make music.
Only music and kerosene dabba and 1 rupees coin.
But he joined Carnatic music classes where he practices every Sunday. and is also learning to play the mridangam. When Raju sings, he sings with his entire body. He keeps rhythm with his hand while creating beats with his fingers.
ఇది నా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి అలవాటు అయిపోయింది ఇలా. దిస్ ఇస్ మై హ్యాండ్. నా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇలా కొడుతూ ఉన్నాయి. తోడబుట్టిన రుణం తీర్చుకుంటానే చెల్లెమ్మా.
But music is more than just a hobby for this blind singer. One day, he wants to be a playback singer for films.
My goal is singing. Any actors. And పెద్ద యాక్టర్లైనా చిన్న యాక్టర్లైనా ఎవరైనా సరే, any actors and singing. That's.
And Raju isn't just restricted to Telugu songs. He can sing in several languages.
హిందీలో పాటలు పాడతాడు, పాత పాటలు పాడతాడు 90s.
सासो जन्म पे होते गोरी मेरा नैनों में हम बस गाते.
Raju's video of him singing on the bus went viral. An IPS officer VC Sajjanar tweeted about it and later felicitated him. Soon, music director S.S. Thaman offered to perform with him on a Telugu TV show.
Staying with the chatter on social media, is it time to look for another capital? Every time pollution spikes in Delhi, it's a question that seems to come up with no easy answers.
We have to keep Delhi as the capital of India, but we have to decongest it.
Moving capital is a huge infrastructural and resource spent cost is going to be very high.
So why are we even talking about shifting capitals? Delhi is used to being shamed every year on the global pollution meter, finding a dishonorable mention, usually at the top of the rankings of the most polluted cities. And that is also the latest trigger for this question Shashi Tharoor put out. Should Delhi even remain the nation's capital?
We put that question to the people of Delhi.
I don't think कि कोई और सिटी इतना डेवलप है जितना दिल्ली है, और दिल्ली में सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं. एंड सेकेंडली, अगर हम किसी भी स्टेट को कैपिटल बनाएंगे तो उधर ही सारे लोग जाएंगे, फिर वहाँ पोल्यूशन होगा.
दूसरा रहे या ना रहे, यह राजधानी है देश की, इसको तो रखना है, बशर्ते इसको वैकल्पिक व्यवस्था सोचना होगा कि कैसे इसका निदान हो.
Demographically, Delhi should remain the capital of India because of the Parliament House and everything, all those structures, the infrastructure that we have in Delhi. We don't have to remove that from Delhi, right? We have to remove pollution from Delhi.
शुरू से ही हमारा दिल्ली कैपिटल रहा है, और ये अगर चेंज हो भी रहा है ना, तो दिल्ली विल टेक अ स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन. जो दिल्ली की जनता है वो बहुत सेंसिटिव है, वो बहुत सवाल उठाएगी. उसको बर्दाश्त ही नहीं होगा कि दिल्ली को हम चेंज कर रहे हैं.
दिल्ली से बेहतर कई और शहर है जो अच्छी कैपिटल बन सकते हैं. यहाँ दिल्ली में बहुत ज़्यादा लोड हो चुका है, इसलिए पॉल्यूशन ज़्यादा हो रहा है. पूरे देश के लोग आ चुके हैं रहने, तो चेंज करना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. तो
If Delhi will be not the capital of India, then which city will be?
Delhi has been the capital of India for thousands of years, barring a short period of time when the East India Company moved in and the British controlled the country from Calcutta. And yes, while Delhi may be far more polluted than other Indian cities, this map shows that they aren't trailing far behind. This situation was in November, which is usually the peak of Delhi's pollution. If an AQI value of 50 or below represents good air quality, cities like Patna, Kolkata and Mumbai had crossed that number manyfold. Home to more than 7 crore people, Delhi NCR is also measuring its air quality far better than other cities. There are 40 air quality monitoring stations in Delhi, and Haryana and Uttar Pradesh will be adding over 50 stations to those already existing in NCR. As other cities are fast getting polluted, Delhi is transitioning to cleaner fuel. There are virtually no commercial diesel vehicles on the road, and petrol cars over 15 years and diesel cars over 10 years are being taken off roads. Delhi's robust public transport network now reaches the far corners of NCR, and the city is also experimenting with hydrogen buses. And as China has shown with its transformation of Beijing, you can clean up capitals.
But before we go, here is an eye-opener on the changing trend lines on childbirth in India.